Greetings and welcome to Pinball Help. Mike here. This is part 2 of my work on this JAWS Pro that's been on location. I had an error with the node board and a coil was burned up. I have replaced the coil and rebuilt the harness here, and hopefully it's not going to get in the way of anything moving around here. Let's see. I don't think so. And let's fire this thing up and see what we got. All right, we got it booted up, and it appears, with the exception of this annoying thing I'm going to have to fix. Let's see if it starts again. And let's just put it into play. All right, what we want to do is we want to get that shark to pop up. So complete chum line complete. So now what do we do?
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Where's our shark? Maybe here? It's been a while since I don't even remember. Okay.
Taste good in the water.
Oh.
You in the water? Sharks in the water.
Let me check that again. So I was running the test and it wasn't working, and the reason is because I didn't have the high power coils plugged in on the node board. I was obviously being very careful and cautious, which is not a bad idea. You just got to remember when you unplug them to plug them back in. So that's what I'm doing here. This is your GI, your low power coils, the power feed to your high power coils, and then the returns and the triggers for the high power coils. Okay, so now everything is back in. I will turn the game back on. You know, what was interesting is the game booted up and I didn't have a lot of stuff. I didn't have any of the high power stuff plugged in, and it didn't even identify it. It couldn't even tell that one of the plugs was undone. That's kind of odd. You'd think these systems would be a little bit smarter to know that there was no power to the coils or switches weren't plugged in or something, but nope. Well, it looks like I spoke too soon. We still have a problem with the motor. The switch fin motor shows no activity. I do have the fin working, the coil for that, but yeah, so it says moving to switch 61, and it's not. So the fin motor just doesn't appear to be working at all. Still trying to move it. So it's trying to move it, and this guy is not moving. I don't know if there's a light on this control board here or not, but there's no light on it, so I can't tell if it's supposed to be working and it's not. But no bueno on the motor. That's a bummer. Device disabled by tech alert again because it's not moving. All right, so the node board went out, and it looks like it probably took out the motor for the shark fin too, unfortunately. So maybe there's going to be a part 3 because I don't have everything fixed. The game will probably work, but I believe the fin just is not going to move, which is not very cool. I'm still trying to hear from Stern about this, so I guess stay tuned and we'll see what's going to happen. Oh wait, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about, the real important thing. So here is the original node board that was in there, node 9, that went out. And you can see there's supposed to be a driver transistor here, and it's literally exploded and gone. When you look on the underside of the board, look at this. Look at all the corrosion. Look at the corrosion on the board. I do not understand how or why this ended up like this. Look at that. That's really bad. I have to assume this is from the factory because I don't know how it would get to it. It's way up underneath all of this in here. The node board is way back in there. There's no way any solvent or anything could get down onto it anyway. So it must have come from the factory. Maybe somebody dropped some solder flux or something onto it. But look at that. That's clearly corrosion, and that's what did it. So I suspect the board went out and took out a couple of components with it. So I'm going to find out a little bit more, see what the people from Stern think. I've been trying to reach out to them and I haven't heard back. But stay tuned, but that's definitely not good. And of course it's on the underside of the board, so you would never see it. And look, the upper side looks perfect. So I don't know what to do about that. I'm going to find out and I will report back to you guys.